We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape, Terrence Bud Crawford. And they'll be facing Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Swing and a miss with that hook. What skill being displayed here between these 2 middleweights? One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of those millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, my word, Canelo just got clipped. Looks like they've shaken it off.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Swing and a miss with that hook. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. They're right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Great round. Great round.
And there's the bell to start round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook doesn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
That jab misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Beautiful counter shot. That jab won't score. No rest for the weary. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Switch on. Nice round. Good round.
There's the bell for round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Counter shot lands. Couldn't land that jab. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Couldn't land that jab. Punch himself out, though. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Okay, now you're switching on. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there.
Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. The perfect counter lands. Dodging to the left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Miss with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great work. I love that.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missed him with that uppercut. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Switched off completely. Let's get out there, get your boxing.
Let's start the 6th. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That uppercut doesn't land. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history book.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice counter shot. These two were made for each other. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the...
Good work. That's it now.
And there's the bell to start round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he fails to score with that left hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Stamina is off the charts. Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Get your mind back up.
Nice round. Good round. I like it.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Whoa, wait a minute! Crawford is dazed! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
holding nothing back. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the gods, taken out.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.